Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. As you can see, today I managed to hack right onto Topa's account and we're going to be deleting every single one of his units as well as feeding all his units, feeding all his runes. I'm just kidding. Topa's here. Yeah, but
What's up, guys?
we're on Topa's account. How you doing today, Topa?
I'm doing great, thanks for asking.
So you guys are probably wondering, what are you guys doing today? What's going on? What is this video gonna be all about? Obviously, you've probably seen the title of the video already, but I'm gonna start this kind of new series here where we're gonna dive into the accounts of some of these high-level RTA players and talk about various units. So today's unit of topic is gonna be Miho, the Dark Martial Cat. This is a unit that you've probably seen a lot of people using lately and a lot of people getting a lot of success, right? Especially in the current meta. So, I mean, I'm gonna throw it right off to you, Topa. What do you have to say about Miho? Because I know you've tested it out since day one, so give us some of your insight.
Miho is a very gimmicky unit more than anything. It's a really strong last pick and a counter. Obviously, it cannot be killed with a critical hit. And in current meta, we have Vertihiles, Dianas, and other units like that. So those units can never kill Miho. That makes her really strong as a last pick, but then she's also really easily countered by skills such as bombs from Sierra or just being stunned and dotted up.
All right, so I see your Miho. I guess
Yep.
people don't want to say Miho, right? Or to avoid the memes, yeah, on Twitch and whatnot. Looks like yours is runed pretty squishy.
I opted for a full damage build to combat the dot damage, since a lot of people try to dot her up with like Dragon Knights or Rika or Velajul or whatnot. Obviously, she counterattacks every time, and then if I have a little HP but a lot of damage, the percentage of HP I leech back is going to be greater, and therefore I don't die to dots.
I see. I think her skill 1 does stun, right? As well as how it recovers 20% of inflicted damage.
Yep.
Skill 2 inflicts damage and decreases enemy attack bar. And of course, the passive, like Topa was saying, it cannot die from a counter hit. But we want to make this clear that if it is a multi-hit, right? If any of them don't crit, it kills, correct?
She needs to be at 1 HP. So the hit that doesn't crit needs to be the killing blow too. So she's at full HP and there's like 5 hits from Efna. If the first one doesn't crit, but the rest of them crit, she won't die.
Okay, so if, let's say hypothetically she had 100 HP, first hit no crit, and it does 99, and the rest of the hits, which are the deadly hits, crit, it doesn't kill.
Yeah, it doesn't kill.
Okay, that's a little bit more detail there. So not just having multi hits and not critting, but the killing blow
in general are a good counter, yeah.
I see. Okay. So it looks like you opted for a Vampire Nemesis build here. Attack, crit damage, attack. These are all the stats, right? Pure damage dealer. What about the crit rate? Like, it's kind of low. Is that okay? And have you found that to work okay?
If you look at the passive skill, it counterattacks with a critical hit. So every time you counterattack, it will be a critical hit unless there's a glancing debuff or something like that. Glancing debuff actually does take precedent over that. So all you have crit for is basically when you get your own natural turn. And I feel it's not that important, so I opted just go for as much damage as possible on the counterattacks.
I built my Miho as well, but I actually did not know that.
That part of the skill was missing when the 2A first came out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if you look at the first Awakened one, it says it counterattacks with critical hit, so people were like guessing whether that was the case with the second Awakened one, but it was missing from the description, but they added it the next day.
So they fixed it. Okay. Well, I actually didn't even know, regardless. But okay, that's actually good to know. So I might consider lowering my crit rate on mine, because if you don't care about your usual turn of doing damage, then I mean, you can kind of go a little bit more YOLO and opt for some more, attack subs. Something that I've seen some people test out is a high resistance Miho, because let's say you're stunned, right? You're kind of useless. You won't be able to counter. You won't be able to recover your health. Would you say resistance would be pretty valuable on her? Because right now you have 0 resistance on her.
Yeah, resistance is valuable. The thing about resistance, obviously, accuracy minus resistance 15. So either you go a lot of resistance or you go 0. And since I don't have the resistance substats, I opted for 0, so I'm not wasting any stats there. But yeah, like I said, one of the counters to Miho is stunning her, and then any sort of dot kills her. She's probably going to be at 1 HP. So if you don't get stunned or if you don't get dotted, you can't die to that. So that's another way to find that way of killing her.
I see. Well, I mean, in this day and age, runing up these units are pretty difficult, but it seems like she's not too bad to rune up, right? Of course, you need Vampire, and it looks like Nemesis is good, right, to get more attack.
Nemesis is definitely the preferred offset, since you're going to build her with low HP. She's going to be taking a lot of damage, and so basically, anytime you get hit, you get 30% from the passive, and then you get Nemesis would probably take a turn right away.
I see. So specifically having the low HP build here is actually important then with the Nemesis build. So, because you know, some people are probably trying to, you know, when you rune up bruisers, you try to have some health on them, right? But specifically having lower HP can be more beneficial here with the Nemesis. That's nice. So, like I said, it's not that hard to rune because all you have to focus on is attack, crit rate, crit damage, maybe resistance, and what about the speed? Yours is pegged at plus 75.
Yeah, speed isn't a huge issue. For some cases, yeah, speed can be nice since if you use a setup with her, or if you have some sort of defense breaking going in front of her, skill 2 has a really nice multiplier, so you usually like mine does probably 20k on defense break, you can basically one-shot anything. Yeah, if you don't use a defense breaker and use her more of a more solo unit, then the speed is nice, since she takes a lot of turns from just the Nemesis and her passive alone.
The last stat we didn't talk about too much was the accuracy, right? What's the importance of accuracy with stunning and reducing attack gauge? You think it's needed?
Yeah, that's the one thing that I wish my Miho had more, is the accuracy, since obviously both her skills do actually need accuracy, and every time you counter, you have the chance of stunning as well. So I would like to have a little bit more accuracy on mine, maybe like around 30%, but I just don't want to lose the damage stats.
So, you know, added to that, I know this is something small, but I'd like to add in as well that, you know, Miho being a dark unit doesn't have elemental disadvantage, which is so nice against like every other unit out there. So it does give her a lot of power. So what units is she good against, and what units kind of counter her?
Well, she's amazing against obviously all the 100 crit rate units, Diana, Vertical, maybe Antares, just like Dragon Knights, any unit of high crit rate basically. She's amazing into. And then the biggest counter against her is probably Sierra. One bomb from Sierra and she's gone, or then Oblivioning her, or then units just such as Rika that deal a lot of dots and that had the potential of stunning her also.
Ah, I see. Yeah, also the Sierra skill 1 could actually destroy her if you miss a crit, right? I think you said you had a replay here, right? You recently did a Miho 1v4?
Replay, yep.
Yeah, this is a unit, guys, that literally can 1v4, right? You hear some people saying, oh, I can 1v3, 1v4, right? They're memeing, but this unit actually has been known to 1v4 a lot. And I'm not just talking about any ranks of RTA, I'm talking high level ranks of RTA. There's just one. Alright, Topa left this for us to watch. Let's check this out here. I have not seen this yet. Oh, it's against Z as well. Wasn't this one of the legend contenders?
No.
Who is this?
Z, the legend contender, is actually Diligent. He's renamed. But I think they're from the same guild.
I see. So, still, I mean, definitely a very high level player.
Yeah, obviously Guardian 3 player.
Look at this. So, this is a unit that's really good as a last pick then, right? Kind of like Antares to counter and brought into the ideal situation. Huh. Alright, so I assume this is a 1v3, so this guy smashes you, right? And leaves you with one unit, I assume. Let's see how this battle ensues. I mean, as of right now, it doesn't look that bad for you yet. Let me see here.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Did you get proc to Oblivion? Let's see.
Not exactly. Well, his Vertical does proc here out of the stun.
Ooh, that's a big one though. That's a good multi-hit kill. That's kind of nice. The multi-hit, I guess we didn't think about, also can counter the Triana's. Kind of nice, given the right situation
like that. It has a high multiplier, so actually like does a lot of damage. You know, so the dash is a shield too, and just went right through it.
Right. This is crazy.
Right there.
This is crazy to think that, you know, a unit with like only, I mean, less than 200 speed is so viable in high level RTA, man. Because, you know, when you're in the high Guardians, bro, you can't be too slow, right?
Yeah, and as you'll see later, you know, just the Miho basically, it's gonna take so many turns, even though she's at plus 75 speed.
Look at this.
So many turns.
Actually 1v4 here, man. Okay, let's see.
Yeah.
Proc the passive of Triana here. No passive from Vanessa. Okay, that means, I mean, most of the time people have been going crit damage Triana, so I could see it potentially critting and not being able to kill. Right? That would have been a kill, but it didn't kill. Gets rid of Daphnis. It's one down. That would have killed as well, but it crit.
Yep.
Oh no, dude.
And at this point, you're looking at probably the Triana and Vanessa are not going to be 100 crit, so you want to focus those first. Since the Vanessa, I saw was squishier, I just finished her off. And at this point, basically the Vertical cannot never kill the Miho, so I just need to kill the Triana.
Wait, unless it's not 100 crit rate burn, which it just is sometimes common. Some people opt for really high speeds, right?
Sometimes,
yeah. Also, killing the Vanessa there was a good option because I don't know how many turns passed, but the passive might be back up again, right?
Yeah.
Oh, did he crit? I think the Triana's been missing the crits, dude.
It has been missing a few, but this is why I also go for Vampire, right? In addition to the life drain from the skill 1, the Vampire just gives us so much more that even if she doesn't crit, my Miho has enough life back where she doesn't die.
That's true. Oh my god, dude. That is He played it to the end, dude. He just didn't want
Yeah,
to
he did.
like take the fact that he was gonna lose 1v4.
I mean, it is possible, right? He could sleep me, and then not crit at the end. So.
Right, that's where the high resistance comes into play if you know you want to do that. But so I know you built this right when it came out. Is this the same build or have you changed it up since you built it when you first came out a couple weeks ago?
Oh, that's a very similar build. I had a higher crit rate initially since I actually didn't know the passive either. That the passive is a guaranteed crit. But since then, yeah, it's lowered the crit rate and added a more crit damage.
Yeah, I think I might try my build. I think right now I actually tried to build a little bit of HP and defense, but I guess I don't really care about that at all, especially because I went the Nemesis build as well. So I should just focus on more crit damage, more attack, and maybe high resistance would be kind of nice.
Yeah, definitely don't want to worry about HP since HP, if you have higher HP, you're going to take more damage from dots too. Some people build a little bit higher defense because that gives you more value from the life drain, right? You still get the same percentage of HP and life drain, but you know, basically you're gonna be a lot more tankier to the defense. So then units like Fran or like Lauren that don't typically do a lot of damage, they can't kill you.
What do you think about Will? Like, doesn't need to be Will, right? And if you choose any other
No.
offset, it's just for stats. Like, let's say you can't do Nem, you're just gonna do anything else for offset stats, right? Like
Yeah,
guard
pretty much.
or whatever it is. Definitely not revenge though. That's so cool, man. This thing hits like a truck, and I've only made mine 5-star so far, but mine was left at 5-star because ironically when we ruined it up and we finished ruining it up, it was plus 808 attack. So I was like, I gotta leave it, dude. Right, we did actually do some arcades with it on stream, and it was pretty devastating. We actually killed a couple people with it, with a 5-star one, so they probably were pretty tilted. I also see here that you have the light one built, so I don't want to click it yet. I don't want to spoil anything, but are you gonna be testing it
no
out?
runes on it. She has no runes.
Is it gonna be a toy you're gonna test out, or have you kind of built in kind of like, I don't think it's gonna end up being any good?
Oh, it's just gonna be a toy. Yeah.
But all right, yo, thank you for taking the time to join me for this quick
Yeah,
video
thanks for
here.
having me.
And I mean, hopefully we can bring you back in the future, maybe for this Xiaoling or some other units. And if you guys like this series, make sure you guys leave a comment below, hit that like. I mean, let me know what you guys think. I mean, I could bring in other, people that you're familiar with, right, from the podcast and the Summoners community, and talk about some various units. It could just be some standard units as well, but getting some insight, into the, I don't know what I'm gonna call this. Maybe we'll call it the IG intellectuals. I had a couple here. Guardian Gurus. No, okay, no. Wise Wangs. Kings of Knowledge, Brainy Bimbos. Okay, man, this is getting worse and worse. Whatever. Well, you know what? If you guys leave a comment below, let me know what you guys thought, and maybe give me some ideas of what we can call this series, I guess. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm also gonna put the link for Topa's Twitch channel. He streams quite a bit. I mean, he is in college right now, though, but he streams quite a bit whenever he gets time. So make sure you guys stop by and ask about his units, his runes, his monsters, and any of the new toys that he's building. Thank you for taking the time to join me, Topa. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Alright guys, see you guys in the next live streamer video. I love you.